Welcome back, guys. In this lecture we are going to concentrate only on the CSS that we have missed from the starting lectures. So of course we have implemented the minimal styling. So in this lecture we are going to get the actual styling as like our deployed version. So this is the deployed version. Here you can see we are having these beautiful AOS animations, that means animate on scroll animations, and we are also need to adjust some paddings and margins for this current version. So the deployed version is exactly the same as like the production level. So here you can see for every div we are having the margins and paddings, and if you go to the admin panel also it will look like the same. So let me show you the admin panel in the deployed version. So in our current version we haven't applied any styling for the admin panel. So here you can see this is the admin panel. Here also we have to apply the margin in our current version, and this is the table that we have to scroll. So all the things. So this in this lecture we are not going to write any logic, so it is completely a design lecture. So let's start with the front end, not front end, user side. So first we'll start with the user side. So I'm going to implement the AOS animation for these divs. So here you can see if it is loading you are able to see the animations like this. So let me implement that. So in the cart screen also we are having the AOS animations. Here you can see if I click on the cart, so here you can see it is coming from the top. So you can implement all these things by using the AOS. So first of all we have to install the AOS npm package. Let's terminate the React job and press enter, and here I'm going to write npm install AOS. That's it. Press enter. So it will start installing npm in our application. Here we go, guys. npm package has been installed successfully, AOS, and now I'm going to restart the server by typing the command npm start. Press enter. So first of all let's start implementing the AOS in the home screen. Close all these things. So these are all the admin panel tags. So open home screen. Here you can see this is the home screen. So if you want to implement the animations for these divs you can. If you want to implement to the child div also you can. So if you want to implement to the child div you just need to open the pizza component. Here you can see this is the pizza component. So for these classes also we can add the AOS. So I'm going to add this class only in the pizza.js only. I'm going to implement the AOS. So first of all we have to import the AOS. Import AOS from AOS. That's it. And then we need to import the AOS CSS properties also. So to import that, first open the AOS npm package. AOS npm. So we need to import two lines. So the first one is direct import AOS from AOS, and the second one is we have something like CSS, importing CSS. So this is the normal one. Let's come down. It is not showing. So in normal JavaScript we can directly use the npm, we can directly use the links. That means here you can see this is the AOS script link and this is the AOS style sheet. So here we do not have any CSS links. You just need to write direct npm install AOS and npm import AOS. So let's try to add that. So here in the use effect hook I am going to initialize this npm, or you can directly initialize here. So you just need to write AOS dot init. That's it. So now I'm going to apply the AOS class for this data hyphen AOS equal to, so I'm going to write fade up. So I'm going to write this fade up class, Control S. Now let's check. Refresh the page. Something went wrong. So the animation is not working, so we have to add one more line. Let me check it. So here the AOS animation is not working because we have imported the AOS only JS properties. We just imported AOS from AOS, and we have to import one more thing which is called as the CSS styles from this AOS. So if you want to import that, you just need to type AOS GitHub in the Google and open the first website. So in that website you can find the documentation. So here you can see using npm package, first we have to install npm install AOS, and then we need to import the statement import AOS dist, all those things, etc. and you need to paste it here. So now we will get the AOS CSS properties also. So now I am going to write data AOS is equal to, I am going to write zoom in or zoom out. You can write fade, but in the deployed version we are having zoom in property, zoom in. So now it should work. Refresh the page. Here you can see now it's getting zoomed in. So if I refresh the page, these are the zoom in animations. So if you want to decrease the or decrease the duration or increase duration also, you can do that. You just need to write the AOS duration property. So here you can see duration property. Here we need to specify the duration in the milliseconds. So if you write 2000, it will be 2 seconds. So 2 seconds is very high, I think. Let me check it. Here you can see it's coming very late. So by default duration is only better. So remove it here. Yeah, so now it's working. So now in the cart page also I am going to add that. So here we do not have any cart items. Let me add some items. Add to cart, add to cart. So here we have 2 divs. So I am going to apply the fade top. So it should come from the top. So copy these 2 statements and paste it in the cart screen. Here cart screen. And now I am going to write. So if you don't want to copy these AOS everywhere, you just need to put it in the app.js. So you can use that AOS anywhere. So for the row, here you can see this row I am going to apply the class data AOS equal to fade up. So now I am going to initialize it, AOS.init. Yeah, now let's click. Here you can see it's coming from bottom. So let's apply fade bottom. It should come from top. Fade bottom. Refresh. Here you can see it is not applying. I think we have a separate class for bottom. Let me check it. AOS demo. So if you don't remember this, you can simply go here. So if you want a div coming from top to down, you just need to write fade down class. So AOS fade down. Paste it here. Instead of fade bottom, you just need to write fade down. Control S. Now it should work. Refresh. Here you can see it is working. So in the home page we are having the zoom in animations. In the cart we are having the fade down animations. So if you want to add these animations in some other pages, you can add it by like that. So in the orders page also I am going to add. This is orders. So we do not have any orders for the XYZ. So that's the reason we can't see anything. So if you want to add, you can add. It is the same process for all the screens. So now I am going to adjust some margins and paddings in the admin panel. So let me show you this user panel in the responsive screen. So if you want to adjust something, we can add it here only. So later we will discuss about the admin panel. So the home page is working fine. So in the responsive design also everything is good. So here I am going to change the drop down toggle. So here you can see we couldn't see the white color hamburger icon. So let me change it to the black color hamburger. First of all, you have to copy the font awesome hamburger. Copy it, and we'll get these bars. So here you can see you just need to copy it. FA bars, I think last name. Here you can see copy and paste it in the span tag in the navbar. Open navbar. Yeah, this is the navbar, and here I am going to add the toggle. So this is the toggle. Here I am going to add it, and for this I am going to write the color as black. Style color is equal to black. Control S. That's it. So instead of class I am going to write class name. Now the toggle will be in black color. Responsive, here you can see now it is in black color, so you can adjust it. So now in the user panel everything is fine. Let's open the cart page in the mobile screen. So this is the cart page. open it in the mobile screen, so you can able to see it clearly. So let me add some padding from the row, so you will get it from everywhere. Yeah, card screen. So this is the main row. This is the main row. I am going to apply the padding as 2 P2, padding 20 from all the sides. Just now. So here you can see, now you can able to see the gap from all the sides. So card page is also completed. Now let's go to orders. So if you want to go to the orders page, first of all you have to order something. Yeah, I will order these only. Pay now. So xyz123 xyz123@gmail.com, and here name is equal to xyz, street is equal to, I'll write Alpha Street, city is equal to Hyderabad. Yeah, here card number I'm going to enter it 1223 and 123. Click on pay. So the amount is 350. Pay now. So it will take some time to process the order. Loading. Here you can see your order placed successfully. Now let's go to the orders. So this is the orders screen. So in the order screen also I am going to apply the AOS. So copy these AOS classes, not classes, import statements. Open the orders page. So orders screen. Paste it here. Here also AOS in it. And for every order I am going to add the class. Here you can see this is the map function. For every order I am going to add data AOS is equal to fade top, fade bottom, Control S. Now let's see. So here you can see it is working as the animation. Sorry, it's not fade bottom, it is fade down. So I'm continuously doing the same mistake. Control S. Now it should work. Here you can see the order is coming from top. So that's it guys, we have implemented everything in the front end. So navbar is working fine, homepage is working fine. So all these filters are working fine. So if you click on anything, we are getting the box shadow for the button. If you observe this, we are having this blue color box shadow. Let me remove that in the index.css. Already we have written styling for the .btn class. .btn, sorry, why I'm writing nice. So let's write .btn. Yeah, here only. Remove the box shadow. Box shadow, none important. So if you click on it, you won't get box shadow now. Here you can see there is no box shadow. So now let's go to the admin panel. So this is the admin panel. So in the admin panel we are having the 4 types of lists: users list, pizzas list, add pizza, orders list, etc. So here if you want to decrease this add pizza length, you can decrease it. You can create one more row, and from that row just use only 8 or 10 columns, so you can get margin from the left and right side. Here we don't need that because it's looking nice only. So let's add the margins and paddings for this admin panel. We haven't written any styling for that admin panel. So here you can see it is stretching towards it. And so open admin home screen. Where is admin home screen? Yeah, sorry, this is home screen. We have to write admin screen. So instead of writing margins and paddings for all the users list, orders list, you just need to apply padding for this list. So if you apply the margin or padding for the parent admin class, it will be applied to all the components which are present in that admin panel. So I am going to write P3. Yeah, now let's check. Here you can see now we have margin everywhere. So if you want to add the shadow for these input fields also, you can add. So let me add the shadow for this add pizza component. So bootstrap shadow, copy it and copy the larger shadow and paste it for the div. So open add pizza. So this is add pizza. So for the main div we can add the shadow. This is the main div. That's it. Here you can see now the shadow applied successfully. So if you want to add these to the edit pizza also, you can do it. So if you want to see the edit pizza component, first of all click on the pizzas list, and here we need to click on the edit button for anything. So here I am going to apply it. So open edit pizza. So copy this same class here. That's it. Now it should work. Here you can see now we are having the edit pizza component. So you can remove this pizza ID because it is just for testing purpose. Remove this pizza ID and put this h1 text inside the div, because this h1 text should also have the shadow. Control S. That's it guys. So we have applied everything. So for the orders list we don't need that because it is a table. So here we have to add some styling to the table. So if we go to the responsive view, we can't see the full screen, full table here. You can see that's the reason you have to add table responsive for all the tables. So in the card screen also we are having one table. Sorry, in the card screen we do not have any table. In the order screen we are having the table. Not order screen, orders list. Open orders list. So for all the table classes you have to add table responsive. So table border, table responsive. So I think we just need to write one more class. For only mobile devices it should be responsive. Let's check the bootstrap table and verify it. Bootstrap responsive table. Let's go to the tables and scroll down. Border table, borderless table, hoverable table, small table, contextual. Where is responsive? Captions. Yeah, here you can see responsive. So for the responsive we just need to write dot table responsive followed by the device name. So our device name is SM. That means in the small devices it should be responsive. So we just need to write table responsive hyphen SM like this. Copy this class and paste it for all our tables. Table responsive SM, and in the users list also I am going to place it. Table responsive SM, and we have one more list, pizzas list. So in the pizzas list also I am going to write table responsive SM. Now let's check whether we got the table responsive or not. Refresh the page, and now let's go to the mobile screen. So here you can see now for the table we got this scroll bar. So let's go to pizzas list, mobile view. Here you can see here also we got all the things. And if you go to the orders list also you can able to do the scrolling, so you can scroll anything. So this is about the styling guys. So here we have to do one more thing. If you observe here in the after the nav bar we have some space. So this is because of the X overflow hidden. So we have to write overflow hex hidden property for the HTML as well as the body. So it will not show these empty here. So if you want to see this better, you just need to open mobile screen. Here you can see after the nav bar we are having this empty space. So let's inspect this. You can move it also. So here you can see the screen is moving. So but in the deployed version you should not do like that. The screen should not move like this. So let's go to the index.css, and for the body as well as the HTML I am going to apply the property overflow hex. Overflow hex is equal to hidden and important. Now it should not move. Here you can see if you move it also it should not move. It will not move, sorry. So now everything is perfect. So this is up to the styling. So if you want to add your own styling you can. This is just for the responsive purpose as well as a good looking purpose only. So by this we have completed the implementation of our MERN Stack pizza application Shape Pizza. So in the next lecture we are going to deploy this application to the Heroku. Thank you. Welcome back, guys. In this lecture we are going to see how to deploy our application to the Heroku server using the GitHub repository. So we can directly push our application to the Heroku with the help of the Heroku CLI, and we can also push this using the GitHub. So I am going to choose the second method, because if you choose the second method, whenever we deploy any changes to the GitHub, so that changes will be applied to the server also. So that's the reason we have to choose the second method. So that means first we have to push the application to the GitHub, then we have to push it to the Heroku. So first of all, we have to make some changes in our application before pushing it to the GitHub. So I'll show you that. So open our application, close all the things, close all the opened editors, and I'm going to write the application name as shape is the Udemy. Here you can see this is the deployed version. So in the deployed version, my application name is Shapeiza. So this is the current version. So for this version, I am going to write the application name as Shapeiza Udemy. So open index.html. So I am going to change the title. Shapeiza Udemy. Control S. Yeah, here you can see now we got it. So first of all, we have to make some changes in the server.js, that means in the node.js. Close React. So while deploying, we need not to do anything with the client, we just need to make some changes in the node.js only, because for this folder the entry point is server.js. So that's the reason we have to make all the changes in the backend, that means node.js only. So open the server.js. So in this server.js, we have to write some logic to execute in the production environment. So as of now, we have worked in the development environment. So if it is deployed to Heroku, it will be considered as the production environment. So we have to make some changes in the production environment. So now I am going to write. So here I am going to write after the app.get request. So above the app.get request, you have to write if process.env.mode node env. If process.env.node environment, if our node environment is equal to production, we have to write some logic. If it is equal to production, so then we have to write. So first we have to tell the production compiler, that means production server, what is the client folder in this project. So this is complete our project folder MERN Pizza. So in this project, what is your entry point of the client. So here I am going to write app.use for all the requests which are coming from the client side. So I am going to use the static folder as express.static, and the folder name is client. So inside the client, we have to set build, because after going to the production level, so we will get a folder called build in this client folder, because we are going to build this client. That's the reason we have to write npm build. So not npm build, client/build, control S. So this is the first statement we have to write if it is in the production level. So I expect you might be having knowledge about this, because this course is for not beginners. As I said, it is for intermediate students. So the second statement is we have to write the entry point of your client. So this is just a client folder. Then we have to write entry point for your client. So here I am going to write app.get for all the requests which are coming from the client. So here star means all the requests. So I am going to write request and response. So arrow function. So here I am going to write response.send file. We have to send the entry point of the client, response.send file. So this send file accepts two parameters. The first one is directory name, and the second one is the entry point in the client. You just need to write single quotes /client/build. In that build, we are having the index.html. So this is our entry point. So we got an error. Yeah, that's it. So in the response.send file method, we are having two parameters. The first one is directory name. So the second one is direct path. So here we have to write path.resolve. So I forgot that. We have to wrap this directory name and the path in the path.resolve method. So copy it and paste it in the path.resolve. So in this we have to paste that. So first of all, we have to write response.send file. So in that response.send file, we have to write path.resolve. The first parameter is directory name. So before writing the directory name, we just need to write 2 underscores. Then we need to write the entry point of the client. As I said, after execution, we will get a build folder in this client. That's the reason the index.html will be moved to the build folder. So this is about the server.js editing process. So now we need to edit some details in the package.json also. So here, this is the package.json. It's not client package.json, it is server package.json, because here you can see the client is already closed. So in the server package.json, we have to write some code. So here you can see this is the scripts. So whenever the application is application is executing in the production environment, first it will check the scripts in the package.json. So according to the scripts only, the production server will execute our application. So here for every different production server, we are having different build configuration. So whatever the lines we are writing in the scripts, that will be called as the build configuration of the server. So here we have written test is equal to something, start is equal to node server.js. So this is for the development build process or development build configuration. So when it comes to the production, we are having the different build configuration for different server. So for Heroku, we are having different. For Netlify, we are having different. So for every server, we are having different build configuration. So I am going to provide a file in the resources for the Heroku build configuration. So you just need to copy the statements from that file and you have to paste it here. So now I will open that file. So I'll write Heroku scripts. So this is the file that we have to use for every MERN Stack application. So you just need to copy these scripts and paste it in the package.json. So remove these scripts and paste it here. Control S. That's it. So this is the build configuration for Heroku to run our MERN Stack application. So it will be treated as the terminals or commands. So according to this, the application will be executed. So if you want to understand this, you just need to read the statements line by line. So first, the client will install the npm install. Then the server will install the node-mon server.js. This is the entry point of the server. Then in the client, we have to start the server by typing the command npm start. So for this, the server will be started. For client, the client will be started by using the command npm start. So then the development will be executed concurrently, both server and client. So when the concurrency is working, again we have to write start is equal to node server.js. So then it will go to the server.js and it will check for the client requests or the static files, that means client side. So this is the build configuration of the Heroku. So if you change even one mistake, if you change even one line in these scripts, you can get lots of errors. So that's the reason you have to paste it whatever there in these Heroku scripts. You need not to make any changes. It will be executed accurately if you copy this and paste it in the package.json. So after that, we have to write one more thing, so which is called as the node and npm versions. So we have to write engines. So after this main, we have to write the engines, because the Heroku terminal should know what version of node and what version of npm it should install. That's the reason we have to write engines. So engines, first I am going to write node. So the Node.js engine is, so if you want to know the version of the node, you just need to open the command cmd and type node-v. So the version is 15.7.0 and paste it here. 15.7.0. So if you want to write the version of npm also, you can npm So now I am going to write the version of npm -v. So npm version is 7.4.3. 7.4.3. Control S. So that's it, guys. This is the changes that we have to do in the production environment. So now let's we have used this path module, but we haven't imported, I think so. Let me import this path. Const path is equal to require path. So now you can remove this app.getRequest, and here make sure that you are using the process.env.port. If you do not use the process.env.port also, you will get the errors, because while deploying the server will choose the automatic port number from the production environment. So that's the reason you should not write const port is equal to 8000 directly. You have to use first process.env.port, then you have to write 8000. So in the next lecture we are going to see how to push this application to the GitHub and how to connect our GitHub account to the Heroku. Thank you. Welcome back, guys. So in the previous lecture we have made the required changes in our application to push this application to the Heroku. So now in this lecture we are going to learn how to push application to the GitHub. Then we have to connect that GitHub account to the Heroku. So before pushing this application to the GitHub, first we have to remove all the Git related information in the client folder as well as the MERN pizza folder. So open the terminal, click on the new terminal, and first I will delete everything Git related information in the MERN pizza folder. I'll write rm.git. So press enter. So it will ask permission. So remove everything from the folder which are related to the Git. So if you want to perform these operations, first you have to install Git in your system and you have to sign in. Then only you will be able to do all these things. Here you can see everything is deleted from the MERN pizza folder which is related to the Git. Now let's navigate to the client folder, because in the client folder also we are having some Git related information. We have to delete that also. So rm.git, press enter. Here also you need to accept the conditions, press Y. So now it will remove everything in the client also. So now we need to click on this source control icon. So you can directly push this application to the Heroku by clicking on only one button. You need not to type all the GitHub commands, etc. So if you did whatever we did in the previous steps, you can easily get these icons, not icons, buttons. So if you click on this source control, you will get this initialize repository, public to GitHub. So you can push your application to GitHub in many ways. Our end of the day goal is our application should be on GitHub. Then only we can able to connect that application to the Heroku. So everyone will have their own way. So here I am going to use the simplest way. So I just need to click on the publish to GitHub. So before publishing to GitHub, first we have to avoid the node modules to the GitHub. So you just need to write one file .git ignore. Sorry, not .gitignore.js, it is just .gitignore. So in this .gitignore, you just need to type the folders which you do not want to send to the node GitHub. Control S. So here I don't want to send node modules to the GitHub. That's the reason I have written node-modules. Close this. Now click on it, and here you need to click on the publish to GitHub. So here you need to write the repository name. I am going to write the repository name as shepizza-udemy. So before pushing it to GitHub, let me show you my GitHub repository. So refresh. So here you can see I do not have any repository with shepizza. Like here you can see I do not have any. Now I am going to push this publish to private repository. Here you can see we got the pop-up publishing to GitHub, creating first commit. So all the changes are appearing. So here you can see the node modules folder is hidden because it is not going to upload to GitHub. Yeah, here you can see we got the success message, successfully published it to GitHub. This is my account. Now let's refresh my GitHub account. So let's search shepizza. Here you can see now we got it, shepizza Udemy. So we are having the client folder, modules, all the things, etc. So now our project is live in the GitHub. So now you can easily connect our application to the Heroku. So first of all you have to open one Heroku account. So I expect you know about this Heroku. So you just need to create a new account. So for every Heroku new account, it will give only 5 free websites. So already I have updated 4 websites. Now I am going to create the 5th one, create new app. And here you have to select the app name. I am going to write shepizza Udemy. So click on create app. and at the top you have to select the how you want to connect. So there are three ways: Heroku CLI, GitHub repository, and contain registry. As I said, there are number of ways to upload application to the GitHub. So already there are number of ways to, also there are number of ways to upload application to the Heroku. So as I said, I have chosen the simplest way, so I am going to connect it to the GitHub. So already I have my GitHub account in my Heroku. So here you can see search for a repository connected to. So this is my GitHub account. Here we have to type GitHub repo, shape is a -Udemy. So click on search. So it will get the results. So here you can see one repository is found with this name. So click on the connect. So you can select enable automatic deploys. So whenever you press Ctrl S and push this application to the push the changes to the GitHub, then the changes will also be applied to the Heroku if you select this. So now I'm going to select it. So whenever it is applied, whenever there is change in the GitHub, so the changes we are also going to apply to Heroku also. So after selecting it, you just need to click on the deploy branch. So this is the last step in the deployment. So click on it. So it will take the time because it has to install all the npm modules that we have used in our project. So here you can see this is like a terminal. So npm 7.4.3 installed. So it is going to install all the npm modules dependencies that are going to be used in this project. So it may take some time because it has to install everything. Let's observe all the commands. So here, while deploying the application to GitHub, the main thing is Heroku scripts. So whatever present in the server.js, that is very important here. This is the production environment code and the package.json Heroku script. So if you do anything wrong in these two ways, you can get lots of errors and you not even fix it. So that's the reason, as I said, you just need to copy the code that I'm going to provide you in the resources, Heroku scripts. So it is running Heroku build script, post build. Here you can see we got it, Heroku post build. So this is the Heroku post build. So whatever we write in this post build only, that is going to be executed in the Heroku server. So that's the reason I'm repeating this statement again and again. Don't do any mistakes in the scripts. So creating and optimizing production build. So Heroku is one of the best server to host our applications. That may be a React application as well as the MERN applications. So there is Netlify. So in Netlify also we can host, but Netlify is completely front end. We cannot host the Node.js. So Heroku is the best option for free hosting for the MERN Stack applications. So pawning, dev dependencies, font 0 vulnerabilities, compressing, build succeeded. So I think our project size is 87.4 M. So here you can see deploy to Heroku success. Here you can see your app was successfully deployed. So you just need to click on this view. So you can able to see here. Let's load. It is loading. So if you get any errors, I'll show you how to handle them. So it is still loading. Close this repo. So no errors, because here you can see we got our title. That means it is loading successfully. Shape is a and shape is a Udemy. So let it load. So it may be something like slow because already I have 5 applications in my Heroku free account. So that's the reason my account will be a little bit slow. So if you are a new account or if you are a beginner, your account will be very faster. Here you can see it is loaded successfully. So here you can see you can able to observe the animations. So if you go to the cart page also, you can able to observe everything. So here you can see in the cart page we can't even screen anything, not found. So let's go to another page. Let's go to the orders. Sorry, first of all let's go to the login page. So if you click on the login also, you couldn't see anything. So this is because of the path. So already we have written path for the client. So but I think we haven't imported the path. Let me import it. So in the server.js we have used the path.resolve. So already we have written const path is equal to require path. So here in the path.resolve method, I have written the entry point of the application to /client. So here you should not use slash because client is the direct folder in this application. So you need to remove this slash. Control S. And now let's deploy it to the GitHub. So you just need to commit the changes. Click on this. And then you need to click on push. Yeah. So first the changes will be applied to the GitHub. So if the GitHub reflects our changes, again the build will be started in the Heroku. So it is successfully deployed to the GitHub. Now let's see the Heroku. It will again check for the changes. So click on overview. Here you can see again the build in progress. So whenever we apply any changes in the VS Code, it will start building that. So you need not to do anything. So this time you should get it. Let's build this. So this time it won't take much time because already it has installed all the npm modules. So it will just make changes what we have did now. You can see here we got the status deployed, build succeeded, and it is deployed. Now I am going to click on this open app. So this time you should not face any errors. Remove this error header. So now click on login. So here you can see we got the login screen. Now I will try to log in with the details of abc123@gmail.com and click on password 123456. Login. So here you can see now we got logged in with the ABC account. Orders. So these are the orders of ABC, and logout and cart, everything is working fine. Let's add some items to the cart. Here you can see everything is working fine. So that's it guys. This is about the deploying application to the Heroku. So in our already deployed version, we are having some styling in the login and logout pages. So let me show you that. So this is the old version that I have deployed. So let it log out. So here you can see now it's got logged out. So in the login page we have these waves, and in the registration page also we have the waves, and we are also having the components like AOS. So we forgot to write these styling in the styling lecture. Now I am going to add this. So let me open the localhost 3000. Later we will deploy it. So first I am going to write npm start, and I am going to add the one more thing, nodemon server. Press enter. So here these are the direct wave SVGs. You just need to copy it from a website and you just need to paste it. So here you can see our React and Node server has started successfully. So now let's create a new folder in our client. So in the src I am going to create a new folder with the name backgrounds, or I am going to write this as images. So in these images we are going to copy these two SVG backgrounds. So this is the first SVG and this is the second SVG. So now I am going to copy it from the website. So waves background, wave SVG background, type wave SVG background in the Google, and there is a website called svgwave.in. So this is the website. So you can copy it, you can customize the waves here. So you can increase the height. So I am going to increase the height. If you want to increase the layers also you can. So now I am going to copy it. So here you can see export SVG. So copy, and now open. In the images I am going to write new file. So I am going to write the file name as bg1.svg. So this is the first background. So paste it here. Now let's create another one because we are going to use for both registration and login screens. bg2.svg. So let's copy another wave. So this time I'll select different color. I'll select red color or orange. Yeah, orange is good. If you want to select your favorite color you can. So here I'll select minimal layers. Yeah, this is better. Now I am going to click on the SVG, copy and paste it in the bg2. That's it. So now let's apply these two SVGs for the login screens and the registration screens. Open the login screen. Screens. The first one is login screen. So first, for the login parent div, apply any one class name. So I'll apply class name is equal to login, and for registration I'm going to write register. So for the parent div you have to write class name is equal to register, and for these both the classes I am going to apply the background color. So open index.css, sorry, this is app.css, open index.css. So at the bottom I am going to write dot login. So here I am going to write background image. So URL, you just need to type URL. So you have to put these in the underscore, not underscore, so these single quotes, and type dot slash images slash bg1, Control S. Now let's go to the login page. So this is our current version. So let me run it in the localhost 3000. Log out first. So here you can see we got the login screen and we got the wave background. So don't worry, we'll style this. So first of all, you have to write two important properties, that is background repeat, background repeat, no repeat important, and we have to write background cover because we should get the full size. Background cover, background size is equal to cover important. Now let's see. So now we got it, and here I am going to bring this down. So here I am going to bring it. So I'll write height is equal to, I'll write 80 VH. So it will be taken as 80 vertical height. So here you can see now we got it down. So like this you can apply. So I'm going to copy the same thing here. If you apply 80, here you can see we got some gap. So let me apply 85. Yeah, now there is no gap. You can able to see the full size. So you can use 85 plus. So I'll use 88 or 90 VH. Yeah, 90 VH is much better. You can also scroll, and let's go to the register. So copy it and paste it for the register. Here you need to write URL bg2.svg. That's it. Now let's go to the registration page. So here you can see this is the registration component. So if you want to apply the AOS also you can. So you can do that on. So I have shown whatever I should show. So that's it guys. This is about the Shape Pizza. Thank you. So sorry, before closing, we have to push these changes to the Heroku server. You just need to click on it and commit changes. Then we have to push. So first it will be applied to the GitHub, then the changes will be applied on the production server also. So it may take some time, but it will applied. So close this. And let's open Heroku, whether the script has started or not. Let's refresh the page. Here you can see again it is showing build in progress. That means our changes are started applying. Here you can see guys, we got the message deployed successfully. Now let's refresh the app. So click on open app. So this is the local version app. And now let's go to the login page, log out. So here you can see now we have the background. If you go to the registration page also, you'll be able to see the background. Thank you guys.